The growth of mass nationalism. After 1919, the struggle against British rule gradually became a mass movement. We have seen 1905 onwards, slowly it was growing, and now when we reached 1919, that time it is becoming a mass movement. Then, involving peasants, tribal students, and women in a large number, and occasionally factory workers as well. So, not only the one group of people or the only soldiers, they started first in 1957, then that is Shipai mutiny, then afterwards slowly it is growing. Now in 1919, which group of people they are participating in the movement? That we can see peasants, they are participating, tribals, students, women, all of them are participating, even in sometimes factory workers also joining with them. Certain business groups too began to actively support the Congress in 1920s. Then why it happened? Then some soldiers also supporting, and the business groups also supporting, like that all the Indians, those who was getting the privilege from British also, they are also supporting this movement. Why it is, and what is the aim of that one, who given like that idea, like that things we are going to see. The First World War altered the economic and political situation in India. You are going to study about First World War details in 9th standard. So, in the time of First World War, that is 1914 to 1919, the 5 years the First World War was continuously. In 1919, everything is becoming up and down because of the war and its consequence of the First World War. And in the time of First World War, what happened here in India? And why it is becoming the economical and political situation, how it is affected in India. Okay, when in the First World War started, that time Britain said to Indian soldiers, and we are in need of help of you people, and recruited many people for the as a soldiers for fight against the countries which is standing opposing Britain. So many people, they got chance to work or got the compulsion to work under British people against the countries which is fighting against British people. So in that time they said like that, after this war we will give independence, but they never done. Then first reason that one. Then second reason, we can see the economical factors, how it is affected. The price of the things, that is it may be agricultural product, or the like food grains, like wheat, rice, like that things, or cotton and other things, or shoe and weapons, like that. All these things got a greater there was a greater need for all these basic things which is needed for the soldiers. So British Empire was ready to purchase things in a high cost because it was in urgent need. So the wheat price was 5 rupees before per kg. Then in the time of First World War, they was ready to give even 15 rupees. So the farmers was getting a good amount, and at the end of the First World War, by that time, all the people, those who are having land, little bit or bigger land, they started to cultivate maximum things in the name of British people, because they was getting a good profit. When the war stopped and the need for this food grains or the what we made weapons, shoes, like that things, it become wasted. So then with that, the Britain, like that countries become poor because of this war and its economical crisis of Britain. It is affected India also. They was not ready to collect the things what we produced here for them also. So like that, if you are looking economically, socially, politically, India become what we can say, in a difficult situation in just after First World War. It led to a huge rise in the defense expenditure of the government of India. Then the government in turn increased taxes on individual, became the business profit. And here government of India means not by ourselves. It is the British government. They was not ready to collect the things what we produced here. At the same time, what they done, they increased the tax for individual, each and every individual. For example, 10 rent we was giving for the land what we was using for 10 rupees per year, and now they increased to 20 rupees. So it was very difficult. Already they are not purchasing our products, and with that they are increasing the rent or the tax what they was collecting. So it given a huge burden on people. Then increase military expenditure and the demand for war supplies led to the sharp rise in the price, which created great difficulties for the common people. So in the name of war expenditure and what they done, they asked for things for war supplied. Then afterwards, because of that one, the price of the things, when we are thinking about the big farmers, they are getting a huge price from the Britain side they got in the time of First World War. As the same time wheat price it is increased doubled. Then think about the common people or the landless laborers, they don't have any food items in the was not available in the market because the price increasing. So farmers, they thought, if we are giving here in India, we won't get that much good price, so let us send to Europe, we will get a maximum profit, like that they thought. So the common people become in a hungry situation or starvation situation for many days. In other hand, business group repeat a fabulous profit from the war. So those who were standing as a middle person or big farmers or business group, they got a good profit, but the common people, they was in a difficult situation. Sorry. As you have seen chapter 7, the war created a demand for industrial goods, jute bags, cloth, rails, and caused a decline of imports from other countries into India. So Indian industries expanding during the war, and Indian business groups began to demand for greater opportunities for development. And in the time of First World War, many Europeans, or the British people, the company people, they produced everything for the war purpose. So Indian business people, or those who are having money in their hand, they thought to start Indian industries, so they asked for that opportunities. The war also led the British to expand their army. Villages were pressurized to supply soldiers for an alien cause. A large number of soldiers were sent to serve abroad. Many returned after the war with an understanding of the way in which imperialist powers were exploiting the people of Asia and Africa with a desire to oppose colonial rule in India. So in that time of First World War, I have said like that, they recruited many Indians youth for working as a military. So they sent to abroad countries, not here. First World War never happened here in India. We was not fighting with the British or any other country inside India. They were sent to European continent or in other parts of Asian countries. So they understood that it was a compulsory, how many members they need, soldiers they need. According to that, they was giving pressure on the villages to give soldiers to them. To whom? British people. Then many people they sent abroad, and when they came back, some of them that wounded person, killed persons, that is one side. With that, they came with a good insight how they are exploiting the imperial powers, means European powers, how they are exploiting Asian and African continent people, like that they understood. So they was ready to oppose the colonial rule. Furthermore, 1917, there was an revolution in Russia. News about peasants and workers struggles and ideals of socialism circulated widely and inspiring Indian nationalists. Then 1917, that you are going to study again in 9th standard, Russian Revolution, detailed one chapter you are going to study, and impact First World War, Russian Revolution, and Second World War. Everything we are going to study 9th standard, second lesson. So there we will come to know more about Russian Revolution. Here we are just discussing why it is important here in India. Russian Revolution, in that maximum peasants and the workers they was participated, and they was thinking about socialism. Socialism means according to socialist theory there is no individual property, all the property under the government is distributing land for according to their government's need or the development, everything under the control of the government, everything is under the government and no individual property. Even now China they are practicing like that, but not the real socialism. Partial socialism nowadays they are practicing, and there is no individual property. So we are getting that influence because this colonial people, even though we are having our land in our own name, but it is taken by the British government. We are giving taxes, huge taxes to the government, and we are getting that idea of socialism. We can see in India still it is there, socialist ideas are there in India, and that is Communist Party of India, CPI and CPM, like that some parties are there, and other parties also got inspiration from this socialism. They are also received some ideas from socialism. Again, when we are looking to Indian economy, it is known as the mixed economy. So we can see the characteristics of capitalism as well as socialism. So capitalism means totally against to socialism. In that we can see that capitalist, there is no restriction for individual property. Everything, anything and everything we can own by individual. Only thing for the maintenance of cost of the or administrative cost, like that they are collecting tax. That we are practicing in Britain and America, like that countries they are practicing capitalism. And countries like China, Russia, Cuba, like that countries they are following socialism. So in India we are taken the good side or positive sides of socialism as well as mixed capitalism, and made a new form of economy here in India, that is known as mixed economy. So we are getting the this 1917 revolution, why it is that much important, why we want to discuss here. Still we are practicing the good signs of or features of socialism here in India. So that also getting more importance here in India by 1917 because of the active revolution in Russia. So in 1905 onwards, the Russian Revolution, it is starting again 1905, and it is continuing, and in 1917 it was the peak time because there was the part of First World War as well as Second World War. So that time itself there was means the socialists they are gaining power in the time of First World War. So it was spreaded, that news spreaded everywhere very faster. So Indians also got that inspiration from Russia. Okay, we are stopping here. Then next point is the advent of Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhiji arriving and starting the work for to unite India first. Then he is starting the Satyagraha non-violence movement against British people. That we will see next day. Thank you. Have a nice day.